Hi.
थोड़ा साउंड आ रहा होगा कंस्ट्रक्शन का, आई एम रियली सॉरी, बट वर्क डजंट स्टॉप एट कुंदन स्पेसेस.
I
Could you share a bit about yourself and Kundan Spaces?
Okay, so hi, I'm Ketan Rathod.
My name is Amitesh Puri.
I am Sanmeet.
am Dhanesh Mehta and I'm a director at Kundan Spaces.
I work as a project head for the west of Pune.
And I'm here with Kundan Spaces as a head for CRM and marketing.
I am the business head of Kundan Spaces.
My name is Vishal Madda. I'm working as CFO.
Hello, my name is Sanjay Jain. I'm working as a procurement head in Kundan Spaces.
Hi, I'm Rakshit Oswal. I'm a partner director at Kundan Spaces. I've been here since 2011.
What can I tell you about Kundan Spaces? It is an uber luxury brand. It's a luxury brand, and their motto is we deliver what we promise.
Building dream homes for people.
For me, family is very important. So the work-life balance, what I always crave for, I find this, here.
Our directors, they are all very supportive, and it gives me an environment where I feel a lot of growth is happening, and I am seeing Kundan Spaces growing each day.
Kundan Spaces is something, to be reckoned with. The organization is a ball of a time, Plus, you are doing something you are looking forward to.
So we have one of our technical directors, Mr. Oswal. If there's a small handle on the door, there's a tile piece. He personally selects. If he believes in that quality, then he will deliver it to the customer. That kind of commitment I have seen only in Kundan Spaces, where my director lives in a Kundan property.
So Kundan Spaces it's been there since last 45 years. It's not just a legacy. It's more of hard work, consistency.
So Kundan Spaces, when you ask me the legacy, the story behind it, it's something which can be looked upon like.
What would you like to say about AJ?
I would say he's a rock star. He's a superstar.
AJ is my guru and he has taught me all the things from ground to top.
I can say he's a good leader, very inspiring. The way he's focused and he exactly knows what he wants, and also he's very disciplined.
I have never seen a managing director so in line, in sync with the employees.
The one good quality about him, I would say, is that he will listen to you. There's no such thing that this is what I am saying and this is it. He will always hear you out.
So working with AJ is, you have to be on your toes. He's going to compete with every one of us here. It's not only about the entire business, highly conscious about his health. He's highly conscious about the overall business as well altogether. It's not very easy and he's managing it very well.
Yeah, so Ashish, obviously my partner, but before that, he's my brother-in-law. His sister is married to me, so the family has ensured that I've been kept in check all the times. Yeah, but Ashish is an interesting guy. I mean, we've grown together, so I've seen him he's a very disciplined guy. So he knows his timings, he knows his routine, and it doesn't change, It's just planned so well. His perfect time management is something which we have to learn from him. His personal life, family, work, fitness, and obviously loves to travel as well.
At work, he's a very scaring man is what I've got to know. People really, they have to be on their toes when Ashish is around, He's very strict at office. It's not that way at home. He's very cool and calm, and he loves to spend time with the whole family. He'll go out of his way to do anything for anyone when it comes to family. But he's not a strict father. Children have always made fun. Papa ko to chillana bhi nahi aata hai,
So when we went to Spain, there was this village that we went to called Ronda, and he was looking at all the buildings, and there was a lot of brick structure there. And he was thinking of how exposed brick can be included and involved in our buildings and projects. When we're traveling to a place, we never ever go to the touristy places as such. He always wants to see the local architecture, local boutiques, local art. But I think everywhere he's just looking for his next inspiration.
I have known AJ for 2 decades now. And we spent our entire college days together. We never attended any classes. All the time we were only at Vaishali. Also at that time the discos were new in town. So we used to bunk college and go for the parties. Also now we all catch up, and AJ takes out time from his busy schedule and he catches up with us. And again we relive those memories.
How has AJ evolved over the years?
I have seen tremendous change in him. See, AJ has 2 sides. He's very professional as well as he's very fun-loving and a party goer. But when it comes to work, everything is set behind. He is really very hardworking. He's very good with finances, that we have seen from college days also, because he used to be the one who used to teach us accounts and finance. So from college days, he used to be taking care of his dad's business. and we knew it that he's going to achieve heights. I mean, and there he is today.
It was like early 2000 where because of SK Uncle we got this AT&T work, and that was a start and the beginning of the telecom industry, and actually we ruled the telecom industry. So Ashish Ji and me, we were partners, and the name of the firm was Vardhaman Telecommunications. We were launching Idea later on, meaning it was first AT&T. After AT&T it became Idea, and people used to not even understand recharging. We have seen those days wherein the business started with 5 lakhs for the first month, and later on it just got to a different number altogether. Having said that, Ashish ji played a very, very crucial role in the business, where he used to look after the entire finance and accounts and everything, which was a strong support for me, because I never interfered and I never looked into accounts, and it was a great combination to be with him.
We've been making efforts to bring AJ on board for this film, but it has been quite challenging. In your opinion, do you think he will be a part of it?
I doubt. I cannot say anything about it.
Sir, can you give him a call right now?
No, it's not possible. Sorry, I can't call him.
Do you think that?
Do you think it's possible?
I don't know.
I don't think so, but wish you the best of luck.
Could you please get him on a call right away?
Oh my God, I would not dare. I would try to text him though, but best of luck with that.
You have to try chasing him.
You have to convince him hard, because when I say convince him hard, because he's always scheduled his meeting so tight.
Let's give it a shot and see if we can get him on a call.
I don't think so.
Sorry, you try a lot.
All right, got it. Sir, we've said a lot about AJ. Now let's hear about BK Jain.
Okay, now BK sir is a personality which I always, look up to, because so that legacy, what we always call about, in Kundan Spaces, it definitely comes across from him in the entire organization.
So Senior Jain sir for you, for me, I call him Papa. Obviously, there's everyday learning with him, and so he's one person I would say who's like ideology. I would say he's got everything. His value systems, of course, is there one part, but he's a very, very different person. It's full of humor, full of lighter notes. So any moment, any situation, very heavy or something, he'll just make it very light. And I'm fortunate that I interact with him on everyday basis. So there's a time slot which I've kept always for him, like between 3:30 and 3:45 is where we sit for a chai. He has his chai, I have my coffee, and we talk. We just talk.
Senior Jain as in Dadaji.
Yeah.
So I think my favorite thing about him is how much he laughs. And when we're home, he's always the one cracking a lot of jokes. When we're sitting and everyone's come to stay, the entire family, we all surround himself and he'll tell a joke and he'll say it with such a straight face, even though it's the funniest thing in the world. And when he laughs, he gets really pink and it's very cute.
With his small jokes, with his small punches, what he just says, there's enough humor which evolves, and then obviously there's a learning behind it.
He's always wandering in departments to departments, checking on us with respect to how the work is going on. Then there are times where, at 4 o'clock, suddenly a call will come and say, is Ketan there? Ask him to come 40, and I'll just join him 40. And those kind of conversations which happens at tea, with him are something, which amuses me. I mean, he will ask me that, Ketan, what rate are we selling, this site at? This much? What are you guys doing? We can fetch more. So he keeps that check with us, through us, rather, I would say. Because, he wants to know where we stand, what we are doing, how our market is performing, how Kundan Spaces overall as an organization, is performing.
He's always taught us that keep it simple. Do as much as you can, but don't overdo it. And the most important point which he always says that be truthful. Like, झूठ नहीं बोलना है, जो सच है वो बोलो. Difficult situation होगा तो face करो, but bounce back.
Rolling.
मैं भंवर कुंदन बलजी जैन, राजस्थान से हम लोग 1959 में आए थे और वहाँ पर खड़की में ज्वेलरी बिजनेस हमने स्टार्ट किया था. बहुत ही छोटे पैमाने में था. उस समय हम लोग ढूंढ रहे थे कि यहाँ वहाँ, लेकिन खड़की हमको पिताजी ने खड़की चॉइस किया और वहीं से हमने बिज़नेस स्टार्ट किया। पिताजी के नाम से था, फिर कुंदन ज्वेलर्स के नाम से शुरू किया। हमारी शॉप सिर्फ 10 बाई 10 की शॉप थी और अंदर 10 बाई 6 के इसमें हम लोग इतने लोग रहते थे और बहुत ही उसी में से फिर बाद में 1-2 रूम का हमने किराए से जो मिला था वो हमने लिए और उसके अंदर सब लोग, हमारे दोनों भाई की फैमिली, हम लोग इतने लोग उसमें रहते थे। और उसके बाद में भी ये सब, इनको सबको स्कूटर पे मैं लेके जाता था, स्कूटर पे छोड़ता था स्कूल में। आशीष वगैरह, आशीष को हितेश, सुजीत, पंकज और हमारी जॉइंट फैमिली में मेरी दोनों बेटियां भी हैं और भाई साहब की लड़की भी है। तो सब लोग हम साथ में ही रहते थे और उस समय काफ़ी हमको बहुत तकलीफ़ें भी सहन करनी पड़ती थी। इतनी छोटी जगह में सबने रहना, फिर उनकी स्टडी करने की जगह, कम से कम 8 साल तो उस 10 बाई 8 की जगह में हम लोग रहे थे, इतनी पूरी फैमिली। उसमें पोटमाला बनाकर हम लोग रह रहे थे। वो दिन काफ़ी एकदम मुश्किल दिन थे, लेकिन करते करते फिर उसके बाद में सामने एक हमको थोड़ी बड़ी दुकान मिल गई और उस दुकान में फिर हमने उसमें भी शुरू किया और शुरू करने के बाद उधर ऊपर ही हम लोग रहते थे, रहने का भी हमने बनाया अपना और फिर वहाँ से ही बढ़ते बढ़ते फिर ये सब कुछ हुआ।
बीके सर, आशीष जी बचपन में कैसे थे?
बचपन में तो वो एकदम थोड़ी सी मस्ती करता था, ज़्यादा तो नहीं करता था, लेकिन उस समय भी उसको काफ़ी ऐसा ये वो सब पसंद नहीं आता था उसको। हम उसको बचपन में पूछते थे तू क्या बनेगा, तो वो बोलता था नहीं मैं तो बड़ा बिल्डर बनूंगा। तो हम लोग बोलते थे अरे बड़ा बिल्डर के लिए बहुत पैसा लगता है। तो वो बोलता था नहीं मेरे को तो बड़ा बिल्डर ही बनना है। तो हम लोग बोलते थे भाई अपना तो छोटा छोटा चल रहा है। मैंने तो उसको बोला था भाई ज्वेलर्स का अपना बिजनेस है और वो तो छोटा है। वो बोलता नहीं मैं बिल्डर्स बनूंगा बड़ा। वो उसमें मेहनती तो पहले से था, सब बातों की वो बराबर ध्यान से सुनता था, ध्यान से देखता था, सब कुछ ध्यान से करता था। और फिर वो वहाँ कार्डिफ यूनिवर्सिटी गया, वो भी हमने बड़े मुश्किल से, उस समय हमारे यानी काफ़ी इतनी अच्छी फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन नहीं थी, फिर भी गया, उसको भेजा हमने। MBA करके आने के बाद में वो सीधा वो बोलता कंस्ट्रक्शन का ही वो बड़ी ऑफिस खोलते हैं और उसमें साथ में अपन शुरू करेंगे।
तो सर जैसा आप जानते हैं कि हम आशीष जी को भी कांटेक्ट कर रहे थे इस फिल्म के लिए, पर हमें पता चला कि सिर्फ आप ही वो हैं जो ये इंटरव्यू करवा सकते हैं। तो सर क्या आप उन्हें यहाँ बुला सकते हैं?
अरे लाओ अभी बुला देते हैं। लाओ मेरा फ़ोन कहाँ है? आशीष कोई लोग आया रहा है और कोई पूछना है, जरा आओ और जल्दी आओ।
अच्छा
हाँ हाँ।
Hi, I'm Ashish Jain, founder of Kundan Spaces. So my father said that why not, since we have a jewelry business and you have to do jewelry in future, मतलब दुकान संभालना है आगे, so क्यों नहीं you learn something about jewelry. So that's when I went to Bombay. I did my gemology and diamond grading course. So that was again a very different experience for me. So which made me learn a lot of things when I was staying independently in Bombay, because that was my first stay in Bombay where I was staying with my brother. So we used to cook our own food and we used to manage our own. Then I went for my MBA to UK, Cardiff University. And after my MBA, when I was back, my father said कि आजा दुकान पर. So I started going to the shop, but then somehow that didn't click. Shop pe baith ke you just have to wait till the customers come, and there's nothing innovative. There was nothing exciting about sitting in the shop. So that's when I thought कि नहीं ये मेरा काम नहीं है. And then I found that the other option I had was real estate, though that was not a full-time business for us. But I have to choose one because jewelry was a set business. But I like to take risks, and that's when I thought of picking up the real estate business.
कुंदन करके इतना कोई फेमस ब्रांड भी नहीं था. जब शुरू किया तो हमारे पास कस्टमर भी आते थे, लैंड ओनर भी आते थे. अरे हम दोनों भी काफ़ी बार जगह देखने भी जाते थे. चलो ओपन प्लॉट देख के आएंगे, ये करेंगे, फिर काफ़ी उसके ऊपर वर्किंग करते थे. लेकिन उसके बाद भी वो लोग तो हाँ हाँ बोलते थे, लेकिन बाद में आखिर वो कहीं बड़े बिल्डर्स के पास ही जाते थे. अब अपन तो क्या कर सकते हैं. फिर हम लोग जेवी में मांगने लगे कि भाई ठीक है, कोई बड़े प्रोजेक्ट इतने पैसे नहीं हैं तो अपन जेवी में लेंगे. लेकिन जेवी में भी उनके टर्म्स कंडीशन ऐसे रहते थे, उसमें भी रिस्पांस नहीं मिला. फिर आखिर ज़्यादा इसने ऐसे सोचा भाई पहले अपन कुंदन का बिजनेस करते करते ही उसके साथ में ब्रांड पहले बनाएंगे ऐसा. फिर हमने ज्वेलरी का बिजनेस करते करते साथ में ये कंस्ट्रक्शन का बिजनेस जो है किसी पार्टनर के साथ में, कुमार के साथ में हमने शुरू किया था. उस समय हमको कंस्ट्रक्शन का नॉलेज भी नहीं था, लेकिन उनके साथ में शुरू किया. फिर आस्ते 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 वो पहले बोलने लगा कि नहीं, अपने ब्रांड बनने के लिए काम अच्छा चाहिए, व्यवहार अच्छा चाहिए, जो बोलते हैं जो दिखाते हैं उससे भी ज़्यादा करना चाहिए. 1 रुपये का काम दिखाते तो ₹1.25 का कस्टमर्स को देना. ये करेंगे तो अपना ब्रांड बनेगा.
I thought that it's time now to make our own brand. Since we were into jewelry from 1959 and we had the experience, and of course we also got guidance from our partners, which was Kumar. He's always been our guru, Vimal uncle, who was the founder of Kumar. I learned real estate from him. That's when Kundan Spaces was formed, and the first thing I did was to make a team. And then I started hiring people. Then I started hiring sales, engineers, everyone.
बड़ा ऑफिस अपना एक जगह था हमारे पास में, एक 2000 स्क्वायर फीट का जगह था. तो बोलता उसमें स्कीम क्यों नहीं स्टार्ट करते. मैंने कहा अरे इतने से छोटे से में अपने कम खर्चे में अपना स्कीम चल रहा है, तो उतने बड़े में क्यों करेंगे. तो उसने बोला कि नहीं नहीं, आप बड़ा पहले दुकान खोलते हो क्या पहले कस्टमर आता है. मैंने कहा दुकान खोलते तभी आता है. तो आप बड़ा दुकान खोलेंगे तो बड़े कस्टमर आएंगे, छोटा लेके बैठेंगे तो फिर उसमें तो कोई बड़े कस्टमर आने वाले नहीं आपके. मैंने कहा नहीं, यहीं से अपना काम चलता है, वहाँ बड़े में जाएंगे, खर्चे भी बढ़ेंगे. ये रिसेप्शनिस्ट है, अकाउंटेंट है, ऑफिस बॉय है, 20-25 हज़ार के खर्चे बढ़ जाएंगे. वो बोलता है कि नहीं, लेकिन आपको बड़े ऑफिस खोलेंगे तो बड़े कस्टमर आएंगे.
Since I've taken the risk, already jumped into the pool, now I need to swim. I had no knowledge, zero experience. But during that time, I started going to the sites, I started doing the sales myself, I started doing licensing myself. I handled each and every department myself to get the knowledge of exactly how it works and how to manage things. First project which I did was a project of only 6 units. So which was we had some very old land parcel which my father had bought. So my father said कि ठीक है, अगर तेरे को करना ही है तुझे तो this is your first risk you can take here, but I will give you only 5 lakh rupees as a loan, that also. So I said okay, I'll take that risk, and मैंने 5 लाख रुपए का लोन उनसे लिया. So I made the presentation, I made the brochure, I started getting clients, and it was very tough to convince because it was our first project. हमारा brand was not known in real estate, so it was very tough to sell. But that was the challenge, and which I had accepted, and that was the fun. I sold those 6 units, I completed the project, but at the end I made a loss. So the first project was a loss. और फिर उसी से सीखा कि क्या गलतियाँ नहीं करनी है. I learned a lot of things from that project, first project. From that date till now, we have never made losses. उसके बाद हमने सिर्फ प्रॉफिट किया है. फिर 1 से 2 projects, 2 से 4, 4 से 6. We were into concentrated only in Khadki first. Then we started going outside. The boundaries increased, and that's how now we are all over Pune.
तो जैसे ही हमने बड़ा ऑफिस शुरू किया, वहाँ 2000 स्क्वायर फीट के ऑफिस, मैंने कहा ठीक है भाई, तुम बोलते हो तो करते हैं. तो उसके बोलने से हमने शुरू किया. जैसे ही शुरू किया, अभी तो उसका ओपनिंग करके हमको 10-15 दिन ही हुए थे कि हमारे पास में 400 फ्लैट की कुंदन कुशल नगर की स्कीम हमारे पास में आ गई. वो किर्लोस्कर के पीछे। तो हमने वहीं से शुरू की बड़ी स्कीम, और फिर जैसे ही वो स्कीम शुरू किया और उसको एक ऑफिस को 3-4 साल हो गए, तो उसके बाद में उसने और वो खड़की स्टेशन के उधर जो है कुंदन हेरिटेज, उस बिल्डिंग का कंस्ट्रक्शन हमने शुरू किया था पार्टनरशिप में। तो फिर उसने बोला कि वहाँ 5,000 स्क्वायर फीट की अपन ऑफिस करेंगे। अरे मैंने कहा इतनी बड़ी क्या करेंगे, अभी 2,000 अपनी ये भी तो बड़ी है ना। तो बोलता है नहीं नहीं इससे और बड़ी। तो जैसे ही हमने वो भी शुरू किया, लेकिन उसने बोला सही सही हो गया। जैसे ही शुरू किया तो उसके बाद में कोथरूड की स्कीम और 3-4 स्कीम, सब बड़े बड़े स्कीम सब शुरू हो गए, और उसी से बढ़ते गया, और हमारा कामकाज बढ़ते 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 आज इस लेवल पे।
It all started, when I exited the family logistic business, that FMCG distribution business. And then I asked myself, what should I do now? And then somewhere I just thought that construction, real estate, मेरे father पहले कर चुके हैं, why don't I look at that part of the business? So I just picked up my phone and I called 2-3 brokers जो हमारे पुराने हमेशा आते थे हमारे यहाँ. तो I had a number, I just phone किया उनके पास कि भैया ज़मीन खरीदनी है, कुछ बताओ अच्छा. Didn't have much of money also, but yeah. And so they came with some proposal, and this first time I saw Satbara in front of me, and like I was just trying to figure out what exactly it works and how it is. And I told Ashish, like, look, this looks interesting. And I think 2 minutes we collaborated. Like since then there was no looking back. So me and Ashish have been together for 2 decades, since 2005.
I started as a sales guy. That was the first responsibility that EJ gave me. He was like, सबसे पहले तू sales सीख ले. सबसे पहले वही जरूरी है. This building where we are sitting right now, Kundan Heritage, which is our office, head office as well. This was being constructed back then in 2011. There were a few apartments left here, and he gave me a responsibility that ये सब बेचना है, ये सब खत्म कर दे. With a bunch of keys in my pocket, I used to come here on the bike, just show around the apartments, and that's how I sold the first apartment. I was very, very conscious, very conscious. But that confidence came in with time, with a lot of hard work, effort, and of course with support of AJ.
So along with the right team, we also wanted right partners to grow, because you cannot take the company alone ahead. So then Dhanesh Mehta, who's one of the founding partners, he joined us in 2005, and then in 2010 we got Rakshit Oswal. He joined us. We are like now one team, and we three are the pillars of Kundan Spaces. Of course, we got in partnership with a lot of other guys as well. We are partners, our customers, our vendors, whoever is associated with us. I believe that they all are in our team.
So Ashish, AJ, yeah. So Ashish is like about 5 years younger to me, and Rakshit must be like, I think 10-15 years younger to me. It's a generation. But we gel well. The one basic thing which has got all of us together is the simple funda: deliver something which is amazing, something good, something out of the box. And obviously, we'll say what is the truth. Okay? So whether it is a transaction between the customers, whether it's the landowners or internally our employees, you might get away by telling some stories here and there, but over a period, long term, people will not trust you then. So it's important that you keep it simple. I mean, that's worked for us, and that's how we want to keep it.
So what makes Kundan Spaces stand out among all the developers out there?
So Kundan Spaces, as I told you always, we don't run behind numbers. We try to create something different in our product, something different in our service. So by doing this in last few years, we have created a brand wherein we charge premium. Take an example like cameras.
So in 2012, I remember that we were trying to chase this land parcel since 2-3 years that AJ always wanted to, develop.
It went to all the developers of Pune, and no one could acquire it because there was a lot of litigations and everything. But of course, we were successful in doing that. We acquired the land.
Then that was my first project where I learned everything from scratch, from drawings to licensing to planning to legal, title, etc., etc.
Then we thought now what to do, because there was no road to the plot. पूरा कच्चा रास्ता था. फिर हमारे पार्टनर्स भी थे उसमें. उनका व्यू ये था कि let's make a regular 2-bedroom project and sell and just exit. तो मैंने बोला नहीं, this is a very good landmark and we don't get these kind of lands every day. So why not make a landmark project here? Let's not do a regular 2-bedroom. Of course, the exit would be difficult in making something different. So initially he was like hesitant, but then he trusted me. He said, okay, अब 3 and 4 bedrooms बनाना था, लेकिन हमारे लिए first super premium project था. In that time, we made premium projects, but this was a super premium project. ये जब बनाना था तो we thought that let's get some good best of the best architects, let's get international architect, and that's when we got a designer from Hong Kong to get the elevation. We got designer from US to design the landscape of the building. So we got a lot of international architects. We had a tie-up and I had to work as per their time, Hong Kong time and US time. So we used to work 24 hours in that cycle, but we made sure that the product comes up as we have thought of. When we were designing the plans, we visited Singapore, we visited Ahmedabad to see what is new. We visited a lot of projects in Ahmedabad because Ahmedabad is the architectural hub of India, and we picked up smaller things from those projects like digital locks or a lot of new technology as well. If you see in any of the Indian roads, early morning you see all the students are standing on the road. We saw in Ahmedabad there was a project where they had dedicated a separate area for those kids to stand outside. We got that idea. Of course, we didn't copy exactly, but we got that idea here and we tried to imbibe that in our project. We have designed a space in such a way that they can sit till the bus comes, and the school bus or van also has a space to come inside where the students can directly board the bus, with a clock tower where they can see the time, everything. So this was a very small design and idea. It doesn't cost much, but these things, define your project differently. Yeah, so once this entire design was finalized, it had taken shape, now was the time of launch. Lot of questions was from lot of people was just ये तो सिर्फ ब्रोशर में दिख रहा है, पर ये ऐसा बनेगा? हमने बोला ऐसा बनेगा और हमने बना के बताया. What we had promised, we have delivered. The resale value is now double, triple than what we had sold for.
I always tell people, I always tell my colleagues also, the vision always flows from the developer. What kind of vision they have, that is what we translate on the paper. So with Ashish, I've been always noticing that he comes with always different ideas. So that excites us, and after that, whatever ideas we come up with, we might come up with something random also, or he gives us that freedom to think.
Ashish has a killer instinct when it comes to acquisition. He grasps things very, very quickly. He doesn't take time to dwell into a deal. When you acquire land, when you go and meet a landowner, so basically the checklists are the title, location, access, feasibility, sellability, landlord background, developer landlord background. So all that we do a prima facie check, and if everything falls in place, then we start working on it. So if he likes something, he moves fast. He's a fast decision maker. So it then helps. It works.
So me and AJ have been together for the last 14 years. We started with our first project, the Landmark, and we've taken up a couple of more projects. So we're doing together close to 5 million square foot.
Hi, I'm architect Manoj Tatuska, principal architect of A&K Designs, Pune. We have been working with Pune developers for many years, and I know most of them. But Ashish Jain started with a very humble sort of construction, standalone buildings. And later, when he graduated from UK, I think his perception towards construction industry totally changed. A different management technique, a different attitude, and a different perspective. Because he has in-depth knowledge, he is well-read, he is well-traveled, and he specifically knows what he wants. Look at his projects spread over all over Pune. You'll certainly find a different design element. I would say his construction costs are much more higher than his competitors, but simultaneously with that, he gains much more better output in context of design, in context of things he is offering to his client for his flat purchasers. And the fruits that we can see today is Kundan growing leaps and bounds as a brand.
Kundan Spaces has really dedicated itself towards luxury living. Over the last 5 years, they've really evolved towards luxury segment, getting into commercial spaces, getting in deals with Trump. So they've really evolved in Pune. being a top builder of Pune in commercial and residential.
Hi, I'm Saurabh Advani from ALP Pod. So Ashish and I met have been meeting quite often, and he's a fellow developer. His vision for development for the city has really been great, and they've been in the industry for last 45 years. We share a common interest of developing the city well, doing nice work. He also has some nice interest in architectural buildings, which we've discussed a lot of times.
As a developer who has closely observed Pune's evolution over the past decade, how do you see the city's future unfolding?
Pune was earlier growing horizontally, everywhere, all sides horizontally. But after the new UDCPR rules, there is no restriction on height of the buildings. There are new norms which will now define the skyline of Pune very differently. You will see in the next 5-10 years, there will be a lot of skyscrapers coming in. There will be a lot of 40, 50, 60 floor buildings coming. With the support of the government and real estate developers, I think we'll get a beautiful Pune in the coming years, next 10 years.
Pune has a high potential. Even as per records now, Pune is noting the highest number of sales in residential and commercial projects also. And I think it will grow to a height where it will be difficult to stop Pune. And also, you can look forward to some good projects coming up from Kundan Spaces, residential and commercial. And also, you can stay tuned for an international project also.
It's a city where the entire nation looks up to. That's why the kind of funding government is giving as, being the #1 smart city. So that is where the entire vision starts from. So the entire real estate industry here has a very promising future, I would say. Not only about metro, but overall the entire ecosystem of Pune is having a great time. In the coming 10 years, it's going to go 10 times more what we see right now.
Pune is a great market, I would say. A lot of IT, a lot of industrial development has happened around Pune, everywhere around Pune. Whether it's in the West Pune or it's in the East Pune, or now even South. And hence there is a demand for residential and commercial premises as well. So we are also coming up with 3 major developments in 3 different prime locations of the city. One of the location is in East Pune, that is Kharadi and Mundwa. Another is in West, which is Balewadi.
Pune market has been, I would say, one of the most wonderful market. And when we started real estate, I used to always tell this, that this market is going to create the need. It is always going to be a pull market where people would want to come and settle in Pune. The city is like this. I mean, it's got some amazing social fabric where people would want to come and stay here. It's where the life is little light. And of course, it's backed up with a lot of other punches, like there is IT, ITES, there's defense, there's automobile. And now obviously we see a lot of new things coming in with GCC coming in.
What's next for Kundan Spaces? Can you share some details about upcoming projects in the pipeline?
My God, if I can tell you all the details, of course, there are great things coming in the future. We have almost close to 5 million square feet of development which is planned, premium residential, luxury commercial, some brands which will be first in the country, something which will be most luxurious commercial in India till date. I don't want to reveal all the details.
Mundwa area now would be the next BKC of Pune. So it is growing rapidly and there are a lot of commercial buildings coming up. Bajaj with its headquarters, the biggest headquarters, Asia's largest headquarter, I think is coming up there. And similarly, there's Google. There are a lot of other big MNCs who are coming up there. So you will see in next 5 years Mundwa shaping up as the best commercial hub of Pune. Of course, now you will ask that where are we? So we are also coming up in Mundwa with a very big commercial project. We've already got all the approvals. Just to give an idea that we've signed up with a very, very big international brand, and we'll be announcing that soon. We'll be coming up with a 1.7 million square feet of commercial offices and retail there, and which will again be a landmark of that area and of the entire city, because we are coming up with a very different kind of a building and a very different kind of a plan. So you will see soon. It took a lot of time. The journey was difficult. But then जैसे ही start किया, then it was difficult to convince people कि हाँ, we are in the market, we can also do projects. But जैसे मैंने बताया, we just followed 2-3 things while making any project. You should follow ethics, transparency. You should be true to yourself. Then only you can be true to your customers, your partners, everyone.
Our fathers and our uncles who really pushed us, taught us, explained us things, the basics, the values, and we were like able to implement it in this modern world. That's how the journey has gone so far. And we are very happy when we see where we started and where we are today. And we look forward where we want to go. So it's really interesting.
I was just 16 when it was the first time when I came to this office. We were just a team of 7-8 people. Ashish was, of course, he was always the leader. He was always there. Of course, for the first 3-4 years, it wasn't that interesting for me. That wasn't my passion. It was just that because of AJ, he actually pushed me to really do this. Since then, I've been here trying to create landmarks around Pune.
When I travel the world, I see that we see best of the projects all over the world. We see the skyline of Dubai, Singapore, any other cities like that. The skyline, when we go there, we are astonished to see the projects, the skyline there. We always think that why not India can be like that, and why not Pune can be like that, and why not we contribute as a real estate developer to our city. So you might have seen our projects like Emirates, Peak, Presidia, Kundan Paradise. We make sure that we give justice to that project. So when people pass by, they should, see that, okay, this is Pune.
The Trump Organization is entering the Indian real estate market with Trump World Center Pune, a joint venture with Tribeca Developers and Kundan Spaces, aiming for $289 million in sales.